still struggling. Not a lot of answers to go to with the injuries and depth the way it is. I think Curtis McNeil put together another good day. That's 2 in a row. That's good to see. We obviously hope that he gets his academic work so he can be eligible to help us on offense, but on special teams especially. Pretty unique kid. The ability to be on cover teams as an offensive player because he is so physical. So that's a bright spot for us. We need to continue to obviously work on developing our backup quarterbacks because there's such a difference of feeling in the huddle from Matthew to the rest of the guys. And so that's going to be a big challenge for us throughout spring and the fall.
Even without Chris and Devon, the linebackers seem to be jumping up and making some plays. Can you assess where they're at so far?
Yeah, they are. They don't look very good when they walk out here, but Will Andrews, I think, made an interception every day. Dallas Kelly made another interception a day and has made some tackles in the scrimmage the other day. So that's good to see, and obviously it'll be good when we get the guys with some experience back.
Devon Florida, did he get dinged up today?
Yeah, he did. His hip was bothering him before he came out, and tried to push through for a while, but just couldn't keep going.
You think with the backup linebackers not getting the chance, does this give you a chance to have a bigger rotation like Oregon with 25 guys that they rotate in and out? Are some of these kids going to be able to do that for you think, in the fall?
We don't know yet. It's so far between now and then. They've got a long ways to go. Obviously, that'd be a great situation to be in, as we've been in here before, where the depth allows you to rotate guys and play different guys in specialty spots, and also that helps you all the way. It trickles down to special teams. We'd love to get to a point where guys like Nikel and TJ aren't playing so much. As you develop more depth, same with the linebacker spot like a Gallipo. So hopefully we'll be able to do that with these guys and the guys coming in the fall.
Juwan Starling's back. He got demoted last year. Seems like he's much more focused and active and around the ball. What have you seen out of him so far?
Yeah, I think Juwan seems to, as you mentioned, seems to have good focus. Has worked hard. Has taken the demotion last year, and even right now, he's running with the backups right now. So you like to see guys respond to adversity, which is what football's about, right? And so there's 2 ways to go, and as of right now, he's choosing the right way as far as keep competing and keep looking to get a spot back.
Do you have any sort of pecking order in your head at this point with the 3 would-be backup quarterbacks?
No, not at all. They are basically, we're trying to, at the end of every practice, to basically have exact reps. And so they were very close. I think, those 3 guys coming into today, I think we're only 4 attempts apart. And so, and for what the numbers are worth, completion percentage-wise, Cody's in the lead, Jesse's in the middle, and Max is third going into today. So, but there is no order right now.
What happened to Deion Bailey?
Deion's forearm got hurt in the scrimmage, late in the scrimmage, and I've had some X-rays that were negative, but they haven't cleared him to come back yet.
The 2 freshmen got to hold. Will that factor into anything in the backup in terms of that guy that can hold and make the?
No, because we don't know, what is the scenario going to be? Are they both going to redshirt, or neither of them going to redshirt? Is one going to redshirt? We don't know that right now, and so we're working with them, to see who could help us in case, one of them or both of them don't redshirt.
Is Curtis McNeil eligible right now?
For spring, but that's not competition, so he has to have a good semester and finish strong this semester to be eligible for the fall.
So if there was a game tomorrow, he wouldn't be eligible.
You don't have games in the spring, so.
There's no
rule. There's no rule like that. So he has to finish this semester, and he's got to finish strong to meet a certain criteria, and then he becomes eligible.
With Robert being out, how's the other receivers stepped up swiftly? Has Ambles kind of established himself at all?
Yeah, Markeith has done a little bit better. Continues to improve. We're trying to leave him at one spot. The problem is you want to move him around to get him the ball. Sometimes that hinders his development because of so few guys out here. Really, he and Carswell, I believe, for the majority of practice, were the only scholarship guys out there. So, but he's doing better. He's improving.
look back at the first week, was there any player or a couple players who stood out to you as being a pleasant surprise?
I think DJ has flashed, as we've mentioned. I think Curtis has done some things. I think TJ McDonald has taken his game to the next level. I think Red Ellison's playing extremely well for us. And I think Brandon Carswell, would probably be I don't know, I guess if you call it a dark horse of the camp, as far as a guy who's not played a ton. He's had a really good offseason, which is a lot of times typical when guys stay long enough. You used to say, if you stay, you play. And so a lot of times guys that when they get here maybe aren't as athletic or talented as some of these other guys, you stay long enough and you stay in the systems, you get your 4th and 5th year and you end up playing more and being productive. So hopefully that's where he is.
DJ had some tendonitis Saturday, but he comes back and looks like he put in a pretty strong day today. What's that show you?
Especially for the morning, and wet grass again, and pretty deep grass, letting it grow because it's new. It was good to see him out here and doing special teams as well. Yeah. And I think he's a pretty tough-minded kid. As you see the way he finished the runs on the sidelines and stuff. Just for a practice format.
Are there any issues? You're going to be doing the morning practices with the slick grass. Is there any shoe issues, questions, molded and all that, cleats and all that? Is there thought about that?
No, not with the actual cleats themselves, but we've looked at covering the field because of that. Because of it being so early, and so we're going to get all that information from people that know what they're talking about. As far as doing that.
Is it any more gratifying to see Carswell doing well, in that he was a guy that was contemplating leaving, and
it's good to see a guy that stuck it out. He was gone. He was leaving. He was taking advantage of the free agency rule, and we talked him into staying. And through his parents, some long conversations, he decided to stay, and it's good to see it pay off. And I played some last year and did some things in some games, and then for him to stay, and it's a pretty good story. I think that I would think maybe it's helped that some of our seniors look at leaving and look at the production of the guys that leave. It's hard to leave and just go jump into a program. Guys are established in their program. They know the systems. They know their coaches. It's a hard thing to do, and so maybe it's helped us that really those guys have not really done very much.